Alright guys, I'm back again with another motorcycle video review walk around. So I'm here in the CF Moto showroom, and they also have other bikes, and I've spotted this Moto Morini X-CAPE 1200cc motorcycle here. It's a very exciting bike, and I'm excited to bring it to you in this video. There is a 700cc version in that black color, and there is this white one that I'm going to show to you. It's a 1200cc off-road beast. Let's start from the front. So you have off-road style windshield, and it looks high enough. Looking at the position of the rider, if you're a taller rider, it should still be okay. But if it's not enough, then you can upgrade to a taller one. But it looks really nice. And the front, we have daytime running lights here, and then we also have the headlights in there. So it's a split system, and you got Moto Morini indicated in there. Looks really nice. And if we go down, we have a camera here to monitor what's going on the front of the bike. And you got your horn here, and you got your upside down suspension. So as you can see, it has very long suspension travel, so that it's nice. You got your mat guard. So the mat guard is plastic, obviously, but it feels good. And then we come down to the braking department. We have some very beefy dual brake discs, and then you got Brembo brakes with some double tubes going in there for flow of adequate brake fluid for some braking power. And then we have the inflator valve here. I like that it's slanted, so it's going to be easy to inflate. And then you have some spoked wheels here, obviously for a road bike. That's very necessary, with some nice spokes. And the wheels are blacked out, looking really nice. It comes with Pirelli Scorpion Trail 3 tires, and in 120/70 rim, 19 tires in the front. So that's really nice. In there we got your radiators, split radiators, so one on the left and one on the right. And then you have the engine and the all the machinery starting from here. And let's just go on to the right hand side. So you have your LED indicators here, turn signals, looking really nice. And it looks lovely in this white as well, and it has a combination of black and red decals all around it, all around the fairing, looking very beautiful. And if we go down here, the fairing protrudes quite away from your knees or your legs, so it's going to give some nice protection when you're riding in winter. And also, because the fairing is kind of wide, it's going to prevent debris and mud from hitting your feet whilst you're riding, because it's really protected. That's really nice. And you also have these vents here for when the radiator fan is on, the heat is going to blow away from you. It's not going to blow directly to the rider. So that's really nice that they angled it out this way. And I believe in winter, the heat of the engine is going to be blown by the wind towards your feet as well. So either way, you're going to feel comfortable. And if we look at the engine department, it has this very beefy engine. You can see directly, immediately you see, you know it's a 1200cc engine. So V2 Cosa Corta Evo. Pardon my Italian, I believe it's Italian. And then here you can see your oil indicator, very easy to see, so that's nice. And then we come to the right hand side. You have your brake lever, looking very solid with some teeth here, so your feet are going to be nicely gripped. And then you have your foot peg, which is rubberized, but the rubber has grips as well, but I believe you can take them off if you want to do some hardcore off-roading, so that's nice. You have your rear brake fluid reservoir here, and the whole top is quite slim, and so no matter how small you are, you're going to be able to you're not sitting on the seat, you're actually sitting in the seat. So seat height is going to be quite nice. And then your thighs are going to be here. So I like the configuration, I like the profile. It's going to be quite easy to ride this bike. And if we go to the rear, we have a foot peg for the rear passenger, also coming out really nicely. So your legs are not going to be tucked in. The rear passenger is going to be comfortable with their legs stretched out as well. So that's nice. It's not one of those that is close to the bike, but it's outward. So that's really good. And then we go on to the exhaust department. So as you can see, it has this very nice beefy exhaust coming all the way and connecting to the muffler. And the muffler has dual outlets as well. So sound is going to be really, really good. This is a showroom bike. And so I'm not going to be able to start it, but we'll just do a walk around of it. And then you have your swing arm here. You have a very thick brake disc, which comes with ABS obviously, and your speed reader here, and Brembo brakes on the rear. Looks like a single piston brake. Obviously the front brakes are the main brakes, so it doesn't really matter. And on the rear, same tires from Pirelli, and it comes in 170/60 rim 17 tires. So the front is 19 and the rear is 17. Being Pirelli, is going to have some really nice grip, spoked wheels, some nice blacked out rims. Looking at the rear, so you have a reflector down here, and on this metal plate you have your number plate placement area. So rather than plastic, it's solid metal, so that's really nice. You have your number plate lighting here. You have your rear lighting right beneath the carriage area, and you have your turn signals LED. Now let's go on to the left hand side. So here you're going to have your chain department, and as you can see, the sprocket is surprisingly small, but obviously the engineers know what they're doing. And then you also have a sticker here showing you how to adjust your chain levels, stretch your chains and that kind of stuff. And then you have a swing arm here again, and as you can see, to open the seat you need your key. So you insert the key here, you can open it. I like that it's not on the side, it's beneath, so away from public view. And then, but I'm just wondering if debris is not going to go in with riding off-road over time. Maybe it's going to be difficult to open it, but hey, they've done their work. And then you have your foot peg for the passenger on the left hand side. You got your chain going underneath this very thick and quality feeling chain guard. And we look on the left hand side, we have the foot peg for the rider. You have the very tactile gear lever for the rider. It's a slipper clutch as well. And then it has a very thick side stand, and I've never seen a side stand down like this. So there's no spring in here, so rather than a spring they're using this sort of gas strut thing, which I've never seen. This is the first time I'm seeing it on a bike. You're going to see Moto Morini indicated there, and the left hand side of the engine looks beautiful as well in this nice gray. It is a nice contrast between the black of the panels and the metals and the engine block, so you can see clearly that this is the engine you're looking at. And again, we got the vents here that are going to dissipate the heat whilst you're riding. And let's look at the top pictorial view of the bike. So here you obviously have your a tiny place to carry some stuff, but I believe if you want to mount boxes, obviously this whole unit can be changed, and then you can mount your boxes. And you have a very nice pillion seat. I would say it's firm, but it's the kind of firm that feels comfortable. I sat on it earlier and it felt really, really good. And if you go down here, I already spoke a little bit about the rider's seat. So it kind of slants, so you're mostly going to be sitting here. And I like the contours as well. It's just gonna fit and conform to your butt really nicely. And when I sat on it, I could confirm that it's really, really comfortable. And as you can see, it comes in a 24.5 liter fuel tank. And just by looking at it, you can tell that this is true. And you have a long, kind of stretched out tank, looking really nice. And I like how the lines have been done. It's going to be good for aerodynamics, so they are not too many angles. It just angles a little bit and then it stretches all the way. So all that is going to be good for aerodynamics. Here we have our fuel cap here. You need a key to open it, but it closes quite nicely. Very tactile, that's good. Now let's look at this. So we have our mirrors here, and then we look on the right hand side, we have our accelerator here. So it feels like a drive-by wire. And then here you have, so these buttons look like that of the CF Moto brand. But here, down here, you have a hazard light button, and then you have your ignition button here, and then you have a button here for heated grips, so that's nice. You got your front brake fluid reservoir, and I'm 183 centimeters tall, but holding the camera at my comfortable position, you can see how close it is. Means this bike is really high. So for shorter riders, I don't know if it's going to be convenient, but anyone who is I would say about 180 and above, 180 centimeters and above, it should be fine, no problems. And then you have your ignition here. It's just the ignition doesn't look like it fits this bike. It just looks too simple, like the kind of ignition they put on regular bikes. But hey, as long as it works. And you have wide handlebar, which is going to be easy to control the bike. And then over here you have an extra cylinder to provide oil for the brakes. So the brakes are not just the brake levers are not just some ordinary ones slapped on there. These come with brake fluid as well. And so these are high-end brakes from Brembo. Now, if we look here, we have, before I go back to the steering wheel, we have a Type C charging port and a Type A charging port. How cool is that? They're going even to the extent of giving you the options. Now we look at the left-hand side. Obviously, like I mentioned, we have the clutch here. You have your horn lever here, and then you have your turn signals. Very soft, very easy to do. Even if you're wearing gloves, it's going to be very easy to press to cancel. And then you have your navigation buttons here. You got the center one to confirm. You got a star here for your favorites. You got a mode button here, and up here you have traction control button, and then here we have our cruise control, just like it's done on many other bikes. So you turn it on like that, and then you can adjust. Turn it on, you can adjust, and to switch it off, you just push it on the side. So as you can see, you have, not sure if the camera is picking it up, but you have on the right and off on the left. And you have a lever here for your high beam, low beam, and then flash to pass. Alright guys, so that's the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. I'm truly grateful. If you enjoyed the video, do me a favor and subscribe to the channel so we can grow it together. Till I see you in the next video guys, ride legal, ride safe always. Peace, and I'm out.